I'm Storm Team 27 Chief Meteorologist Paul Wetzel.
And I'm 33 WYTV Pinpoint Meteorologist Ryan Halicki, and we're giving you another update as we're finally on the tail end of this storm. We've been talking about it for several days now, and we're certainly looking forward to saying good riddance to it, but still having impacts on our weather as we go through tonight.
Not quite done. We're on the backside, we're on the cold side, and that is continuing to bring in that threat of lake effect snow showers. And we're dealing with one main band of lake effect snow tonight, and it is putting down some snowfall in a very isolated area. You'll notice this little thin line moving on through, and it's basically going to spray back and forth through the night tonight across eastern Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. Now, we're looking for some accumulation out of this. It's a very fine, light snow. When I say light, the weight of the snow, that is, it's coming down at a pretty good clip. We were looking at some of the sky cameras throughout the area, dropping visibility, and it looks like this threat of lake effect will be around through early tomorrow morning. So what we're expecting out of this band, Ryan, is several inches of snow, a possibility for us.
And it'll be in those locations that are stuck under that band. It's connected to Lake Huron, and those are usually much more intense snow bands. So if you spend time stuck under that for a prolonged period of time, you could be looking at a quick coating of snow here, expecting it to be about a trace to 2 inches. However, as you move into the snow belt, a little closer to the lake, and we have some of that moisture in place coming right off the lake, I wouldn't be surprised for a couple of spots to see locally up to 3, perhaps as much as 4 inches of snow out of this if you're stuck under that particular band. So it is going to be a very localized swath with this where we would see that.
It's completely different from the storm system we just dealt with. That was a steadier snow across the entire region. We know lake effect snow here, and there's little narrow bands you drive in and out, and it really reduces the visibility, but just for a short period of a space of a mile possibly in some spots. So that's what we deal with tonight. That's with the cold temperatures, and of course with lake effect you get into some gustier wind with those showers at times too. Something we don't really need tonight with the frigid cold air that just continues to pour in behind this big storm system here at home. Air temperatures falling tonight close to 0 in a few spots, Ryan, and wind chills making it feel even worse.
And that's we do have a couple of advisories in effect through the night. So if you've been seeing it on your screen, we still have a winter storm warning for Trumbull County. That's because of that snow band that we're watching and the possibility for that quick coating of snow. So slick roads, we're still seeing that from the residual effects of the storm that came through our Saturday night or Friday night into Saturday night
weekend. That's okay.
I can't keep
track. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, it's been a long one. Can't keep track of what day it is here. So it's through Saturday night into Sunday, and that warning continues until we get to about Monday morning. But we also have this wind chill advisory across the area. That is because of these cold temperatures and that blustery wind that is continuing.
Yeah, and wind chill advisories are issued generally when we're looking at -10 to -24, and wind up to 10 miles per hour or higher. And we're expecting that. We've had the gusty wind, now not as bad as it was this morning, but still some gusts tonight that'll also blow and drift snow. That's another problem on into the early morning, but looking at those wind chills dropping as low as -15, possibly as cold as -20 on into tomorrow morning with the cold temperatures. So we start the week very, very frigid, and when we take a look at some of these wind gusts into tomorrow morning, still jumping up into that 10 to 15 mile per hour category. Could see an isolated pocket up to 20 miles per hour, but the wind settles down into tomorrow night, and that of course means it gets colder. The wind's actually helping hold that temperature up a little tonight. Tomorrow night on that fresh snowpack and some holes in the clouds, we're going to get even colder here at home, Ryan.
And you see that light breeze still showing up there by tomorrow night, and so the temperatures, because they will be colder, it won't take much to get us back to that -10 degrees here. But you see wind chills starting off on Monday as low as -20 degrees possible. Now wind chills, they do improve a little bit through the day. We showed you how the wind slowly starts to die down, but temperatures, they won't warm much, so that means the light breeze that will be out there enough to drop wind chills between about 5 below 0 to 5 above 0 as we head through the afternoon and into the early evening. But then those temperatures start coming down again Monday night. We're expecting several spots to be able to touch about 3 below 0 perhaps for those overnight lows. So even a slight breeze at 5 miles per hour
hold it up.
Takes those wind chills down to -10 possible.
And trying to hold that temperature up too. So a lot of it is very variant on the wind gusts out there on into tomorrow night. But either way, it's going to be a frigid night. Then we catch a break in the weather. Actually, Tuesday morning, we start below zero. By later in the afternoon, expecting temperatures back above freezing, and those temperatures will continue to climb for us on into Tuesday night through early Wednesday morning. Now, there's a small chance we could see a wintry mix as rain moves back in with those warmer temperatures Tuesday night on into early Wednesday morning. We're going to watch that closely, but then we just continue to warm up on a Wednesday, and well, that means rain showers.
And this is that storm system that we're watching. So we'll see through the day Tuesday. It's a gradual warming trend through the day, and it's going to take us until late Tuesday for us to reach the high temperatures that you'll see in our forecast. So as this storm system approaches, we'll be watching rain trying to move into the area, but we get that rain right in place around the time when temperatures are starting to surpass that freezing mark. So that's that threat for the wintry mix, and you're seeing that here, showing it mostly just east of us. We'll keep an eye on that, but then through the day Wednesday, those temperatures keep climbing. That brings the rain showers in, but through Wednesday night into Thursday, that's our break Wednesday. We should get above the freezing mark, and then we go back below it Wednesday night into Thursday. That transitions back over to snow, and we're expecting temperatures to then go back to even colder levels.
The question is how quick this goes back to snow with the amount of precipitation with the storm system will determine the amount of snow we see on into Wednesday night. So we're watching this midweek storm system. So think about the week this way. We started off frigid. We wrap up lake effect snow showers. We catch a break until Tuesday night when the temperatures are continuing to warm. We pop into the 40s on Wednesday, and then right back to snow showers as we go on into Wednesday night. And those snow showers, at least the risk of it, will stick around right on into the end of the week. So we're in for a wild ride this week, Ryan. Starting at 13 for a high on Monday to 42 on Wednesday. And then here we go again, late in the week toward the weekend. Right back to that Arctic air tries to spill back in. It looks like next weekend could be a cold one too.
We'll see those temperatures dropping back to the teens at least, and single-digit lows, if not slightly below zero. And what you see here too, that normal high, 32 degrees, that actually is our lowest for the average highs that we see here. We are right now still within the heart of what is traditionally, or on average, our coldest part of the winter. Now, doesn't mean you're not going to have cold snaps as you head through February. As we know here, we could certainly get that cold, but this is statistically the coldest part of the winter, and it's really starting to live up to that name after the mild start that we had.
Absolutely, yeah. We're actually, today, Sunday, is 2 weeks into the coldest 2 weeks of the year. So we started to turn it around. That average temperature will start climbing. You'll notice that on our maps in the coming weeks. So we are just about out of that. But, you know, looking ahead in our forecast here through the end of the month, it is not going to feel anything like spring with the exception of Wednesday when we get back into the 40s. Other than that, a very stormy pattern continues to set up at least through the end of the month here into kicking off February, and it looks like some colder temperatures trying to stay in our forecast too. So we're going to keep an eye on it as we always do in the Weather Center. Of course, we're on the tail end of this storm. Keep an eye out for, of course, blowing and drifting snow if you have to travel early Monday morning. And of course, we're also watching those lake effect snow showers moving through here tonight. So just about to put the wraps up on what has been a pretty significant winter storm through the area. Roughly 10 inches average, probably 4 to 15 is most of the reports we got in out of this storm. And that is heading off to our east. We're just dealing with the tail end of it.
And so this cold will continue at least into the start of the week. Now, I know a lot of folks not having work tomorrow, or kids not having school in observance of Martin Luther King Day. So for the day Tuesday, one of the things that we'll be watching, not expecting a very high chance at this point in time for major adjustments, because we will start to see the wind dying down. But there is the possibility that they may issue an advisory if wind chills are expected to surpass that -10, which is the threshold for it. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye out for on Tuesday. But through the day, we see that warming trend we get up to the 40s there. And then once we go back to the cold, we'll be once again looking for more snow. So early on the day Monday, do watch for reduced visibility with that lake effect snow band, and that is putting down coatings in spots. Roads remain slick from the storm system that we had, and we'll put down an additional glaze of snow in several spots where roads have been cleared. So just take it easy out there, and we'll be watching the pattern through the week, and we'll be keeping you updated on if we have any more big storm systems ahead.
Yeah, so there we are for tonight's update here from the Weather Center. And again, have a safe night, safe travels into the early morning hours, and also watch for that blowing and drifting snow.